Call this meeting to order at 6:35. Thank you for everyone that made it out tonight. Sort of short agenda, so maybe we'll get out of here before the storm.
For snow flies?
No, the storm.
Oh.
We got a pretty good storm down there, right?
Oh.
Hopefully it's easy.
Did you ride your bicycle?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so first item of business is the approval of our agenda. I have no changes or additions.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next item, petitions from the public.
Just had a couple of things. I got with John before the meeting. I'm sure he'll get with you after. Some issues with the dates were a little bit wrong out there. Also, the evergreen, has that any renderings or has any discussion been made related to negotiations for the sale of the evergreen to a young lady? I believe her name is Kara. Can't remember. I think Kara, it might be Lovin, I'm not sure. Has anybody on here present had any discussions with her?
I don't know who that is.
The Evergreen Restaurant.
No.
Yeah.
I know that perhaps Jeff Radcliffe with Kita. Jeff assists the village with marketing properties. Jeff may have the latest on that. Jeff and also Dave Geisler, who's the president of the village, they work pretty closely on with
Right.
interested
Well,
parties.
she had a rendering done, and I was assuming that the rendering was to bring to you guys, for approval, but evidently I'm a little bit ahead of the process,
But that's okay, it's nice, it's
So,
nice for us to know.
the other part of the story I know is, yes, the rendering was done. I think it was for the current owner. The contractor has not been paid, so the renderings have not been delivered. Jeff Radcliffe and Kita and others are trying to say, can we find the funds that we can buy the Kita or some economic development, Main Street or someone would like to buy the renderings since they've already been done, and hopefully that will kickstart the process. The next time a potential buyer comes along, you can already say, well, this is what you could potentially do for the facade.
Now I'm confused. Because I thought the rendering was going to, I'm just going to have to go and find out more, but I appreciate the answer to that, and I want to keep things short. The list of dangerous buildings, I was curious, I didn't see that old M&M paint building on the list of dangerous buildings, and you don't have to go inside it to see that the walls are caving in, and I mean, it's in really bad shape.
Which building is this?
Right at the end of Fifth Street. On the left-hand side.
Oh.
I mean, it's that bad. The roof's caved in, I mean.
Right. The building that is not within the historic district.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
That is a real historic property.
If you look at our boundaries, that end of town, they're, I'll call it convoluted, because the Rose and Thorn on the other side of the street,
Right?
that is in the historic district.
Oh, is that right?
And why, we refer to it as Sullivan's Livery, the old M&M painter, why that didn't get put in the district at the time the district was formed.
Right, because that is a fairly historic building from what I understand,
But it is on, even though it's not on the Historic District Commission's list, it is on the Economic Development list, because it is one of the properties that is in the land bank. And we're working with the Houghton County Land Bank on these properties of trying to do the right thing.
See, I've got misinformation again. I was under the understanding that the township actually owned that property.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's owned by the Houghton County. Houghton County owns that property now.
Okay.
Because
Did it go back for Texas? Because I thought John Roscona owned that property, and I thought he sold it to the township. But it did go back for taxes?
It's owned by the Owen County, yeah, because
That's-
back taxes.
That's
exactly.
what happens when you listen to other people and you don't find out your facts. You
There
get
are
a lot of
some-
misinformation,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
And then, what was the other thing? Got the evergreen, I got that. Down at Bill's Electric, there's the big hole in the sidewalk. I know that's a historic property. It's been there for about 6 months. We got it cordoned off now. I don't think that you guys can do anything about it, you know, but if there's something that you can do to bring more attention to it, so it'll kind of get looked at. I've been talking about it for a year.
Right.
You know, it is a, you know, we didn't get that grant, so there's a lot of issues with that building. And I was hoping we'd get that grant, because that would have solved a lot of the issues with that sidewalk. They would have had to approach
Okay,
it.
so that's the first I heard that, we didn't get the grant, but yeah, that's what I thought the intention was, that the
Yeah,
Elm Street grant would take care of the north side sidewalk
Yeah.
at the same time.
I sure was hoping we could get it, but we didn't. But that's all I really have for you guys. You know, I appreciate you being here and doing what you do.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you.
No other comments, we'll move on to applications.
Kind of minutes,
Pardon?
the minutes.
We have to do approval of the minutes first.
Oh, I jumped ahead, all right, approval of the minutes.
I make the motion with the corrections.
Support that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So that was supposed to be item 1. Item 2, being petitions from the public. Anything else? All right, now moving on. Item 3, applications. Have not heard of any applications
No
in
new
the works.
applications, no, nothing in the works.
Okay.
I did let Rodney Michigan know that he was approved. I found an email.
Except that we have talked about doing an application for the curb building.
Yes. That was actually on my next bit to talk about. Well, we can tell on that.
Okay?
That
You
is
said the
very
purple
critical.
building?
Yeah.
What was that? Just need to see what it-
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one on Portland across from the co-op gas station. That's actually going to be our
It's a roof
initial project to put on the roof. So it's essentially a village project, but it's the idea of let's follow the procedure.
Right. It's a pretty straightforward roof replacement, asphalt. Actually, I think I roll asphalt on there now with the asphalt tab shingle as part of the new project. I mean, I think, right, and there'll be drip edge, metal drip edge, dark brown. I'm trying to think of any other changes from the street. I mean, it's one of those projects, I believe, I don't know if John has the administrative authority to approve those projects, roof projects.
Because it's essentially everything is in kind or repair.
Right, I mean, we are changing from roll, I think it's roll asphalt now, could be wrong, to a tab, and that's a change. Yeah.
And I saw Jeff's memo, they're hoping for bids to be released by, it's gone out for bids,
Yeah,
and they're due by the end of the month.
is that right? Could be,
So,
yeah.
If it's done by the local contractor, doesn't know, drip edge fixture's off, it's cheapest to build those lights, I really saw those bills.
I think it was called for to make them dark.
It's called for.
John wrote this back.
Yeah. Well, I assisted in, you know, developing the spec, yeah. But that's a good point, Dave, I mean, it's absolutely right. It'll be,
You can be up there before you go.
it's like, yeah, it's like the vinyl replacement window.
It's
It's
on the
white,
shelf, bang, it's on.
white is cheapest, for whatever reason, is what we see, yeah.
Now, is this all through the GDA? Mission?
Right, to the village of Calumet, yes, same thing, Sandy, village of DDA or village of Calumet.
Okay.
So, sorry, just to recap, that was consensus that we should put something together for it.
Well, I mean, I won't be putting an application together for it, but, I mean, I just wonder,
I think it's nice for documentation purposes, just to show that it isn't a long, involved process. You can do it in 10 minutes or
Yeah.
less, and, you know, we'll waive the fee because it's a village project and.
Who do we ask to put the project, the application together?
Well, I'll do that.
Okay.
Just send me
Yeah,
that.
it'll be in the file.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You can say, is there something additional?
In the specs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send those to you.
Okay.
Okay. You bet.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is demolition by neglect. I believe this is essentially a placeholder at this point. Or do we have additional information?
You had asked it to be on the agenda going
Okay.
forward, so.
Am I wrong in thinking that Jeff Radcliffe was really hoping that the HDC would begin to start sending out letters to property owners to initiate the demolition by neglect process with everybody who owns a derelict building that is a threat to public health and safety? I think that's what he was asking, is that, and has anybody talked to Jeff about that from HDC?
Yeah, well, so backed up from there a bit, and was it already a month ago that
At our last council meeting, you
I
asked.
had submitted a letter as the chairman asking for,
Support of the village council, and we did do that.
so we have that support.
Was it unanimous? Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Okay.
And so I think we have 5 buildings on our list right now. So I will finalize that list, and then I believe the next move should be, again, going back to the council and saying, these are the people that we intend to notify, just so that the council is on board.
Is informed about what we're doing. I think we should do more of that. I think it would be better if maybe somehow we do a report every month from the HDC
To the council.
to the council, just to let them know what we're doing.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And I think the more informed the council is, the better support we'll get for what we're doing.
Okay. So you're thinking a one-page summary of the,
What we have discussed and what we're working on and that kind of stuff would be
Did they get
appreciated.
copies of our minutes already in that?
Yes.
I mean,
and
never being on the council, it'd be suffering of housing and the planning commission. so-
Yeah. So just like now.
a
we
one-page summary in addition to the minutes would be helpful. you
I
think?
think so. You know, that we're working on sending out the letters. You know, and maybe list the people that the letters are going to be going to, or the properties, addresses or something like that.
Okay.
But, because that's what I have heard, they would like more information from us for what we're doing.
Okay. So, yes, I'll put together something for the council. I will say that a month ago I was with Jeff in terms of the need to charge ahead. I'm now getting a little bit of cold feet for proceeding without having our additional MISTA funding in place. And with the idea of if we get challenged and if this becomes a legal battle, there are no funds to legally defend it or defend our position. And then the message that that sends is that we're just trying to bully people and we really don't have to.
You know, just defend, Jeff's point of view is that we can't afford not to do something, and that if we were in a situation where we had a maybe a legal issue, it might even be a more compelling request to MISTA.
Right.
Right.
On the other hand, I do look at what's been accomplished by the council in the last couple of meetings with the passing of the blight ordinance. And now that there is a blight ordinance, there is a group of people that seem to be excited about enforcing a blight ordinance. And the idea that a blight ordinance is
Essential tool for the village.
right, but it's a civil infraction, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, boom, they can impose fines, boom, 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 and there is no legal expenses with that. Well, you know, what we're talking about for demolition by neglect is the far end of blight. But once we start moving on blight and, you know, people get these notices of, wait a minute, you gotta, there's glass on the sidewalk because the windows are falling out of the second story. You have to address that problem, you know. So maybe if there's some initiative to get the blight ordinance moving, we see how well that works, see if that starts motivating the people, then maybe by then we'll have, you know, in another month or so, we should know what's happening with the Michigan grant. And, you know, if we can then pull out that tool as even a more powerful tool to take care of our worst case buildings, that would be ideal.
Yeah, I know that, we already know that there are some that are just very far gone, it's more than blight, and, I mean, this is Jeff's point of view, that we need, that the HDC needs to take action now and begin with but, you know, I'm just representing his point of view. I don't think we may not know considerably more in a month where that stands. And so I don't know.
So, I mean, if for the next council meeting, we have the list prepared saying, all right, these are the first set of owners that we plan on notifying. Between the time to get to the next council meeting, to send out the letters, we may be right in that time frame for Michigan.
Okay.
So,
And are those letters scheduled to go out or no?
I would like concurrence from the council saying these are our top 5 properties and these are the people we're sending letters to. I think the council members should know prior to them getting a call from an irate property owner.
That makes sense.
So,
Yes.
Okay.
that's what we're hearing from the council is that they want to know what's happening, so tell them.
I think it's a very good idea to keep the way you're going to do it, to keep them informed.
Did you meet last night?
Mhm.
So I don't think you phoned me until June.
Right. You can have something prepared. Okay. Moving on to our HDC coordinators report.
Well, we've had a couple of these already, sort of accidentally. The putting together an application for the Curdo building with John, and I gave Rod the initial go ahead formally. And just the third item is that I've contacted again Joe Snow, which was not difficult to do, and KNHB regarding finding another potential commissioner. And we're coming up short on names, so keep your ears to the ground. And some months ago, Dave had been contacted by this fellow, Ian, who actually came into the meeting. And so I sent him another note asking if he was interested, so, or not, to let us know one way or the other.
I don't mean, you know, guy, where he lives now, Calumet or Hancock.
He's now in Calumet.
Ideally, we end up with somebody who's a property owner in the district, that would be helpful. Does anybody have any other ideas? Because we're down a commissioner and then
What I can do is I can
us.
go over the voters list that I have village and start calling, see if they'd be willing.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it would take, wouldn't it? Kind of a call from the commissioners,
And say, please,
an invitation
yeah,
to push it
if
through.
we're interested, if you're interested, send us a letter or come to our next meeting or something like that.
Well, and as Chris pointed out, if there is interest in, as a result of the blight ordinance being discussed, maybe there are individuals who come forward like that. Is Penny Menzie a village resident? She's had some,
She's, sometimes from what I understand, she's not in town all the time.
oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm not sure I can
She's
try
been,
to talk to her.
she's been involved recently in issues involving the village. I just thought perhaps she might be
Yeah,
interested.
I will
There may be others as well.
that list, and I don't know, you know, there was ovens, there were, I'm trying to think who I called. You know, like, trying to get when we needed a clerk. My,
Even if it doesn't go down, she's.
no, she was in,
Each show, still around,
she's on I think they're, I don't know if they're in the village or not, I think so. Hans, it could be. But I was thinking, he's worked for Bill's Electric, Johnny Blank. His wife used to be a kindergarten teacher. He works copper job,
Right.
does all the electrical. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Sorry, the brain isn't working at the moment.
No, I don't remember names, so.
Because I called a bunch of people when we needed a clerk. You know, I just went by the voters list that Mary Hunt gave me when I was running for council. So, I will call the people that I know. If anybody needs a copy, I can make copies for you, and if you know somebody that way. Because we just need one person for the HDC.
Yes. Is Dave out of town?
He's under the weather.
He what?
He's ill. Dave.
Okay.
Was it a rough meeting last night, or is it just?
No, actually, it was very nice. There was no hollering or screaming that we've had for the past 3 months. So I thought it was very productive. There was a lot of discussion, you know, it was a late meeting again, but I think it went well.
Good to hear.
Okay, anything else?
That's everything for this.
And then it's, your launch of the Calumet Time Traveler is June?
June 15th.
June 15th,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll send around a note before that.
Awesome. All right. Mr. Rosemary, anything to add?
No, I think I've pretty much covered all the items I want to talk about. Just missing the vacant commissioner seat and such, and then the letters to property owners.
And then, did you see last month's comments that Joe Snow is working with you with the Seeds Youth Conservation Corps?
Oh, yes, yes. So here's the deal. We hope to, because the entrances here to the village hall look pretty rough. And I believe in the 80s, the wood was stripped of the paint, and it was sealed with maybe a transparent like, polyurethane finish. So I think the work that we would do would be, it's not going to be a comprehensive repair, obviously, with a week or a week and a half, with a group of high school age students, but capable. We will look to paint the trim and then maybe put a stain and varnish the doors. It's not going to be a repair so much as it is going to seal and prepare the wood. So it will be dark green, similar to the the theater entrance. The trim, the doors will be varnished. That was the approach. If anybody has any thoughts.
If I can find somebody, the council last night, if I'm getting this correct, they're asking people that want to sit on boards to come attend our meeting and write a letter to the council to be appointed. So if I find anybody that agrees, I will tell them to do that.
This is regarding master plan?
No, this is for someone to sit on the
Oh,
HDC. That's what the plan is, like anybody could have done for future, any of the different communities, that's what they're asking for. So if I find somebody, I will ask them to do that, just to give you a heads up.
Okay.
You know, under EDA, what's
pardon?
who knows under EDA?
So that's what we actually,
I don't know.
I don't know.
And have something in the reports. So we can kind of know what the left-handers doing.
This is brought to my attention.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Nate.
I actually submitted a letter. I think there was a vacancy last year. I don't think anybody ever got it. But I could actually bring some additional perspective to it. I really keep up on law, and with what you're trying to do here, I could actually be helpful. I'm on a site that's really similar to FineLaw almost daily. You know, I love architecture. You know, I mean, it's one of the things that keeps me in the UP is all the history that's here. Is, you know, I mean, I got here 9 years ago and I haven't left. You know, it's just this place. It's got me. I love it. You know, I mean, you know, I love the architecture of this building. You know, I mean, I would have things to add about the doors. You know, I mean, you know, I've talked with some painters about it. You know, we have unique weather up here, and there's a reason why the stuff fails. And you know, I don't know. I have a lot to offer, and I don't want to take up you guys' time. You know, with that, but I would love to be able to serve at least on one board that's getting, you know, trying to move forward, you know, with things. And like the way you guys work.
Thank you very much.
So the official process though is they need a letter to the village.
And you could submit that, or I'll write another one. That was just to let you
Spur
guys
of the
know.
moment.
Yeah. Well, you know, I thought my letter was already in, but that was last year, so.
But we do know that if you send it now, Joe won't lose it.
Well,
I mean, I got lost myself.
I don't know, but I didn't occur to me that my letter still wasn't in, but that was last year, so you guys, you know, that was last year.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Is that only for
Do
your
a formal
position?
letter, pardon?
Is that only for your position a year ago?
Could be.
Well,
I've done
yeah.
lots since then, so I don't
No,
know.
it's not
But
bad.
I mean, yeah.
It's Susan said so.
when Sue,
Sue.
No, but if his application was in a year ago, right.
yeah,
So, and then this commission is made up with, one appointee comes out of, a recommendation comes out of the Calumet National Park Advisory Commission. One of them comes out of the DDA.
the ones out of,
Two-
a couple
two-
out
two
of
for
the
the
council.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So,
So those organizations make recommendations, but it is a council appointment. So the letter needs to go to the council.
yeah, and we can recommend also.
I've got a pretty good, I have read the ordinance, so I do understand how the HDC is set up. So, I mean, I understand, I don't expect anything overnight, I'm just as surprised as anybody else. I didn't know there was
A
a vacancy in the HDC.
Excellent.
I thought it had been filled.
Okay,
Great.
so, other comments?
I'm done.
Good?
Nothing, just drove to the depot and talking to Paul, Lito today. It sounds like they're moving on a pile of junk whatever from the collapsed home.
Oh, okay.
So
Try.
he's trying to work out something with the House of Groomers. Is it Chamber of Commerce, the Tourism Council? Who runs all the groomers, DNR?
Actually, I thought it was Cuban Trails
Human
Association.
Trails, yes. So they're looking for a facility, I guess, and they're looking for that piece of property, but he's, I guess excited to hear that because I drive by the pile all the time, so it looks like that may turn into a building if they get their deals worked out. Who's inside Herman Julie's working? You
That
know,
would be the owners, they live in Minneapolis, I forget their name. I mean, I have it written down somewhere. I met them and they were, about a year ago, they were interested in making some improvements. I believe he was a photographer from Minneapolis. They own a property in Bakery, nice rental property, very well maintained. I think Joe Holt, Ryan and Joe used to rent from them when they were living in Minneapolis, while Ryan was getting his EMT training. So, they seem, from all appearances, very responsible property owners. Did you see activity with them?
Chris and I were just out for a walk last night. It was about 9 o'clock. We walked by, the lights were on, there was somebody in there, looked like we were going by fast, looked like it was maybe drywall or something. Inside, it's all cases and things in there. I hadn't looked in there in a long time, but,
I've seen them going in and out, but nothing on a steady basis, but check it all the time.
so, it's just nice to see.
See movement.
It's been a year since I met with them.
Yeah.
They're very nice, very nice couple.
There also seemed to be some movement on the Payne Weber building.
Some work inside. Don't really know at this point whether Jeff intends to use the building as a storage facility or as a retail place for gems and minerals. I think that's somewhat in flux. And so I think it was proposed that it be a retail space. I think that was the proposal. But that came up recently, where at a Main Street Design Committee, where apparently it's not clear exactly what his intentions are. But facade improvements, I think he's planning on making facade improvements, so that can't be bad.
And then, when we're talking about buildings, a couple of weeks ago, there was an inquiry about both Sullivan's Livery and the Rose and Thorn, and meeting with people, potentially meeting with them.
That all ended up being funneled to Jeff ultimately.
Okay.
And the last I heard from them, they were setting up a meeting.
So when those meetings happen, it is Jeff and Dave and Joe, right? I'm thinking that when they meet with prospective property owners, that's who usually is involved. Dave Geisler, Joe, of course, is administrator, and Jeff, and then Kathy Beatty if it's open county property.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Well, there are a number of people on that email thread, for sure.
Okay.
I don't know what their involvement was, and I didn't set up the meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Other than Jeff being sort of running it.
Yeah. Would be actually helpful, I think, for us to meet with Jeff next month. Maybe we invite Jeff, because I think that he's moving on several fronts, and I know that he serves other communities other than county men. But I think that our work is so integral to what Jeff is doing that it might not be a bad idea to start to maybe touch base with him. I don't know what you think.
Jeff Radcliffe.
Jeff Radcliffe. Yeah.
Well, if he's willing to come, nice to hear what's happening.
I mean, unless we, or maybe I touch base with Jeff and get a report back or something, whatever, either way, I think it needs to be, that there's a connection that needs to be made. Dave, see, if Dave's here, Dave knows. That's what's missing. So I maybe, I'll make a note, and I'll touch base with Dave and Jeff. Okay? Does that work? Okay. You got it.
Okay, any final comments? Or otherwise, I will,
Otherwise, I will make a motion to adjourn.
So, you need a motion,
I
you
did.
stole it, me.
all in favor?
You did, I read.
What time did we go?
7:10.